To clear the place. Can you please clear the place as soon as possible? The program is starting in 5 minutes. Thank you.
صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن جابر بن عبد الله الأنصاري أنه قال عن فاطمة الزهراء عليها السلام بنت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله قال: سمعت فاطمة أنها قالت: دخل علي أبي رسول الله في بعض الأيام فقال: السلام عليك يا فاطمة. فقلت: عليك السلام. قال: إني أجد في بدني ضعفا. فقلت له: أعيذك بالله يا أبتاه من الضعف. فقال: يا فاطمة ائتيني بالكساء اليماني فغطيني به. فأتيته بالكساء اليماني فغطيته به، وسرت أنظر إليه وإذا وجهه يتلألأ كأنه البدر في ليلة تمامه وكماله. فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولدي الحسن قد أقبل وقال: السلام عليك يا أماه. فقلت: عليك السلام يا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال: يا أماه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله. فقلت: نعم، إن جدك تحت الكساء. فأقبل الحسن نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا جداه يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أدخل معك تحت الكساء؟ فقال: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا صاحب حوضي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل معه تحت الكساء فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولدي الحسين قد أقبل وقال: السلام عليك يا أماه. فقلت: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال لي: يا أماه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله. فقلت: نعم، إن جدك وأخاك تحت الكساء. فدنا الحسين نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا جداه، السلام عليك يا من اختاره الله، وتأذن لي أن أكون معكما تحت الكساء؟ فقال: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا شافع أمتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل معهما تحت الكساء. فأقبل عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال: السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. فقلت: وعليك السلام يا أبا الحسن ويا أمير المؤمنين. فقال: يا فاطمة إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة أخي وابن عم رسول الله. فقلت: نعم، ها هو مع ولديك تحت الكساء. فأقبل علي نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله، وتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال له: عليك السلام يا أخي ويا وسيي وخليفتي وصاحب اللواء، قد أذنت لك. فدخل علي تحت الكساء ثم أتيت نحو الكساء وقلت: السلام عليك يا أبتاه يا رسول الله، وتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال: وعليك السلام يا بنتي ويا بضعتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخلت تحت الكساء فلما اكتملنا جميعا تحت الكساء أخذ أبي رسول الله بطرف الكساء وأومى بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال: اللهم إن هؤلاء أهل بيتي وخاصتي وهامتي، لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي، يؤلمني ما يؤلمهم ويحزنني ما يحزنهم. أنا هرب لمن هاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عاداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم. إنهم مني وأنا منهم. فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم، وأذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. فقال الله عز وجل: يا ملائكتي ويا سكان سماواتي، إني ما خلقت سماء مبنيا ولا أرضا مدهيا ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مذيئا ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحر يجري ولا فلك يسري إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء. فقال الأمين جبرائيل: يا ربي ومن تحت الكساء؟ وقال عز وجل: هم أهل بيت النبوة ومعدن الرسالة، هم فاطمة وأبوها وبعلها وبنوها. وقال جبرائيل: يا ربي يتأذن لي أن أهبط إلى الأرض لأكون معهم سادسا؟ فقال الله: نعم، قد أذنت لك. فهبط الأمين جبرائيل وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله. العلي الأعلى يقرئك السلام ويخصك بالتهية والإكرام ويقول لك: وعزتي وجلالي إني ما خلقت سماء مبنيا ولا أرضا مدهيا ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مذيئا ولا فلك يدور ولا بحر يجري ولا فلك يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم، وقد أذن لي أن أدخل معكم، فهل تأذن لي يا رسول الله؟ فقال رسول الله وعليك السلام: يا أمين وحي الله، إنه نعم قد أذنت لك. فدخل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء فقال لأبي: إن الله قد أوحى إليكم يقول: إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. فقال علي لأبي: يا رسول الله، أخبرني ما لجلوسنا هذا تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله. فقال النبي: والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا إلا ونزلت عليهم الرحمة وهفت بهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم إلى أن يتفرقوا. فقال علي: إذا والله فزنا وفاز شيعتنا ورب الكعبة. فقال النبي ثانية: يا علي، والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا وفيهم مهموم إلا وفرج الله همه، ولا مهموم إلا وكشف الله غمه، ولا طالب حاجة إلا وقضى الله حاجته. فقال علي: إذا والله فزنا وسعدنا، وكذلك شيعتنا فازوا وسعدوا في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة.
صلوات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أسألك وأتوجه إليك بنبيك نبي الرحمة محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. يا أبا القاسم يا رسول الله يا إمام الرحمة يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا أمير المؤمنين يا علي بن أبي طالب يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا فاطمة الزهراء يا بنت محمد يا قرة عين الرسول يا سيدتنا ومولاتنا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي أيها المجتبى يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا عبد الله يا حسين بن علي أيها الشهيد يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن الحسين يا زين العابدين يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها الباقر يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا عبد الله يا جعفر بن محمد أيها الصادق يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا موسى بن جعفر أيها الكاظم يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن موسى أيها الرضا يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها التقي الجواد يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن محمد أيها الهادي النقي يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي أيها الزكي العسكري يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا وسي الحسن والخلف الحجة أيها القائم المنتظر المهدي يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله حاجات سادتي وموالي إني توجهت بكم أئمتي وعزتي ليوم فقري وحاجتي إلى الله وتوسلت بكم إلى الله واستشفعت بكم إلى الله فاشفعوا لي عند الله واستنقذوني من ذنوبي عند الله فإنكم وسيلتي إلى الله وبحبكم وبقربكم أرجو نجاة من الله فكونوا عند الله رجائي يا سادتي يا أولياء الله صلى الله عليهم أجمعين ولعن الله أعداء الله ظالمهم من الأولين والآخرين آمين رب العالمين. صلوات.
नहीं वादा बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलवात। एक मतलब और दो शेर समझ पढ़ के देखो तो करबला क्या है, पढ़ के देखो तो करबला क्या है, वरना आँखों का फायदा क्या है, वरना आँखों का फायदा क्या है। अरे सर तो नेज़े पे चढ़ी के बोल उठा, अरे सर तो नेज़े पे चढ़ी के बोल उठा, अरे शिम्र हैरान है कटा क्या है, शिम्र हैरान है कटा क्या है। और होता मरहब तो कुछ मजा आता, अरे होता मरहब तो कुछ मजा आता, अरे बोले असगर ये हुर्मला क्या है, बोले असगर ये हुर्मला क्या है। और हंस के असगर ने हुर्मला से कहा, अरे हंस के असगर ने हुर्मला से कहा, अरे तू चलाती देखता क्या है, तू चलाती देखता क्या है। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मोहम्मद। एक मतलब और तीन चार से समझ। दुआ से न किसी भी दवा से मिलता है। अरे दुआ से और न किसी भी दवा से मिलता है। अरे हमें सुकून अलम की हवा से मिलता है। हमें सुकून अलम की हवा से मिलता है। और तवज्जो चाहूँगा कि हुसैन आपका एहसान है नमाज़ों पर। अरे हुसैन आपका एहसान है नमाज़ों पर। अरे सुकून सजी देखो खा के शफा से मिलता है। सुकून सजी देखो खा के शफा से मिलता है। और सुकून कल बेमशीयती हुसैन है लेकिन सुकून कल बेमशीयती हुसैन है लेकिन अरे सुकून हुसैन को अश्के अज़ा से मिलता है। सुकून हुसैन को अश्के अज़ा से मिलता है। और ये कैसा कर दिया एहसान इस पे सरीवर ने। ये कैसा कर दिया एहसान इस पे सरीवर ने कि रोज का बाबी करबो बला से मिलता है। कि रोज का बाबी करबो बला से मिलता है। और आखिरी शेर कि ये हुर को कौन सा तोहफा दिया है सरीवर ने। ये हुर को कौन सा तोहफा दिया है सरीवर ने कि सर उठा ए हुए अंबिया से मिलता है। कि सर उठा ए हुए अंबिया से मिलता है। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत। आज की जैसा कि मुबारकबाद पेश करता हूँ। एक शेर से आगाज़ करना चाहता हूँ, एक पैगाम भी उसमें कि हुसैन वालों ये याद रखना, हुसैन वालों ये याद रखना, हदफ को पाना यहीं पड़ेगा। हुसैन वालों ये याद रखना, हदफ को पाना यहीं पड़ेगा। मिलेगा जन्नत में घर यकीनन, मिलेगा जन्नत में घर यकीनन, मगर बनाना यहीं पड़ेगा। मिलेगा जन्नत में घर यकीनन, मगर बनाना यहीं पड़ेगा। नमाज असल में क्या है बताने वाले हैं। नमाज असल में क्या है बताने वाले हैं। शहीद इश्क के मैदान में आने वाले हैं। शहीद इश्क के मैदान में आने वाले हैं। तो यजीद आज से तू अपनी उल्टी गिनती गिन। यजीद आज से तू अपनी उल्टी गिनती गिन। हुसैन आज जमाने में आने वाले हैं। यजीद आज से तू अपनी उल्टी गिनती गिन। हुसैन आज जमाने में आने वाले हैं। 3 शाबान 4 हिजरी, बनी आसिम का महल्ला, अली का घर, बतुल की चौखट जहन में रहे। फिर आफ्ताब ने अंगड़ाई आज ली होगी। फिर आफ्ताब ने अंगड़ाई आज ली होगी। जमीन पे तीसरी शाबा उतर रही होगी। जमीन पे तीसरी शाबा उतर रही होगी। तो दरे बतूल पे तकरीब रूहनुमाई है। दरे बतूल पे तकरीब रूहनुमाई है। पैगंबरों को जियारत हुसैन की होगी। पैगंबरों को जियारत हुसैन की होगी। तो ये करबला है, ये करबला है, ये करबला है। यहाँ बात भी निराली है। ये करबला है, यहाँ बात भी नहीं होगी। यहाँ चिराग बुझेंगे तो रोशनी होगी। यहाँ चिराग बुझेंगे तो रोशनी होगी। तो कहा हुसैन ने दिखला के जन्नते हुर को। कहा हुसैन ने दिखला के जन्नते हुर को। पसंद कर ले जो कह देगा वो तेरी होगी। कहा हुसैन ने दिखला के जन्नते हुर को। पसंद कर ले जो कह देगा वो तेरी होगी। रसूलुल्लाह के पुष्प पर इमाम हुसैन नमाज की हालत में आके बैठते हैं। ये एक मरतबा नहीं हुआ, कई बार हुआ है। तो जो चाहता हूँ, पसंद कर ले जो कह देगा वो तेरी होगी। हुसैन आए जो मस्जिद में लोग कहने लगे। हुसैन आए जो मस्जिद में लोग कहने लगे। नमाज आज भी लंबी रसूल की होगी। हुसैन आए जो मस्जिद में लोग कहने लगे। नमाज आज भी लंबी रसूल की होगी। जनाब हबीब के हवाले से 4 मिसरे। ये एक जिहाद का रुख मोड़ कर निकल आए। ये एक जिहाद का रुख मोड़ कर निकल आए। कमर बुढ़ापे की खुद तोड़कर निकल आए। कमर बुढ़ापे की खुद तोड़कर निकल आए। तो खते हुसैन ने इतना जवान कर डाला। खते हुसैन ने इतना जवान कर डाला। हबीब घर में असा छोड़कर निकल आए। खते हुसैन ने इतना जवान कर डाला। हबीब घर में असा छोड़कर निकल आए। एक हिजरत नाना ने भी की, एक हिजरत नवासे ने भी की। तकाबुल फरमाइए, समात फरमाइए कि तख्ती है मुंह हुसैन का हिजरत रसूल की। तख्ती है मुंह हुसैन का हिजरत रसूल की। यसरब का नूर छोड़ के जंगल में आए हैं। यसरब का नूर छोड़ के जंगल में आए हैं। वो कातिलों से बच के मदीने में आए थे। रसूलुल्लाह वो कातिलों से बच के मदीने में आए थे। ये कातिलों को ढूंढने मक्तल में आए हैं। ये कातिलों को ढूंढने मक्तल में आए हैं। अलमदारी का जिम्मा सानिए हैदर उठा लेंगे। तो जो चाहता हूँ 4 मिसरे। अलमदारी का जिम्मा सानिए हैदर उठा लेंगे। सितम का जोर असगर एक हंसी से आजमा लेंगे। सितम का जोर असगर एक हंसी से आजमा लेंगे। ये कहकर शाहिदी अकबर को लाए थे मदीने से। ये कहकर शाहिदी अकबर को लाए थे मदीने से। अजाने तुम बचाना हम नमाजों को बचा लेंगे। ये कहकर शाहिदी अकबर को लाए थे मदीने से। अजाने तुम बचाना हम नमाजों को बचा लेंगे। अजाने तुम बचाना हम नमाजों को बचा लेंगे। एक मरतबा दुरूद भेजिए मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद पर। हुर के लफ्ज़ से सबे दुहूम, हुर ने सबे दुहूम ये होने नहीं दिया, हुर ने सबे दुहूम ये होने नहीं दिया, दामन पे दाग कुफ्र का लगने नहीं दिया, दामन पे दाग कुफ्र का लगने नहीं दिया। 1400 साल हो गए, 1400 साल हो गए इस्लाम को मगर, 1400 साल हो गए इस्लाम को मगर, हुर को मेरे हुसैन ने मरने नहीं दिया, हुर को मेरे हुसैन ने मरने नहीं दिया। आखिर में एक मतलब 3-4 शेर। दरार सदियों से जो है उसे मिटा के दिखा, दरार सदियों से जो है उसे मिटा के दिखा, अली के बुग्ज में काबा नया बना के दिखा। दरार सदियों से जो है उसे मिटा के दिखा, अली के बुग्ज में काबा नया बना के दिखा, तो खिलाफे फरसे अज़ा आंधिया चला के दिखा, खिलाफे फरसे अज़ा आंधिया चला के दिखा, बहुत चराग बुझाए कोई जला के दिखा, बहुत चराग बुझाए कोई जला के। यहाँ से कताबन एक अली असगर के हवाले से कि तबस्सुमे अली असगर ने हुरमला से कहा, तवज्जो चाहता हूँ, तबस्सुमे अली असगर ने हुरमला से कहा, तबस्सुमे अली असगर ने हुरमला से कहा, अगर है मर्द की औलाद तो हरा के दिखा। तबस्सुमे अली असगर ने हुरमला से कहा, तबस्सुमे अली असगर ने हुरमला से कहा, अगर है मर्द की औलाद तो हरा के दिखा, तो मैं तेरी जीत का ऐलान करके जाऊंगा। अली असगर कहते हैं हुरमला से, मैं तेरी जीत का ऐलान करके जाऊंगा, तू मुस्कुरा के दिखा और मुझे रुला के दिखा। मैं तेरी जीत का ऐलान करके जाऊंगा। तबस्सुमे अली असगर ने मुस्कुरा के कहा, अगर है मर्द की औलाद तो हरा के दिखा, मैं तेरी जीत का ऐलान करके जाऊंगा, मैं तेरी जीत का ऐलान करके जाऊंगा, तू मुस्कुरा के दिखा और मुझे रुला के दिखा। आखिरी शेर कि सरे हुसैन को खामोश बाद में करना, तवज्जो, सरे हुसैन को खामोश बाद में करना, यजीद पहले तू आबिद को चुप करा के दिखा। सरे हुसैन को खामोश बाद में करना, यजीद पहले तू आबिद को चुप करा के दिखा।
सलवात पढ़ दीजिए मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद। मर्ज़ी रब को वही शख्स है पाने वाला, मर्ज़ी रब को वही शख्स है पाने वाला। कौन? सर झुका कर दर शबीर पे आने वाला। और आ गया, तो जो चाहूंगा, आ गया सोने को सीने पे अली मौला के, आ गया सोने को सीने पे अली मौला के, अपने सीने पे सकीना को सुलाने वाला, अपने सीने पे सकीना को सुलाने वाला। और तवज्जो चाहूंगा, रोशनी देता है सूरज को 72 की कसम। अभी शेर आपने सुना, रोशनी देता है सूरज को 72 की कसम। अपने खैमे के चरागों को बुझाने वाला, अपने खैमे के चरागों को बुझाने वाला, अपने सीने पे सकीना को सुलाने वाला। दुरूद भेजे मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद पर। और बिल्कुल ताज़ा कलाम इमाम हुसैन की शान में पेश करना चाहूँगा। रदीफ है हुसैन देखेंगे, तो आप अगर पढ़ेंगे तो ज़रूर हुसैन भी देखेंगे इंशाअल्लाह इस महफिल में। ज़मीन हो या ज़माना हुसैन देखेंगे। ज़मीन हो या ज़माना, मिलके पढ़े, हुसैन देखेंगे। ज़मीन हो या ज़माना, बुलंदाज में, हुसैन। और निज़ाम सारा खुदा का हुसैन देखेंगे। ज़मीन हो या ज़माना हुसैन। तवज्जो चाहूँगा, जबी से उठ के सरे अर्श नूर जाएगा। फलक पर हज़रत यूसुफ को रश्क आएगा। जब आके जौन का चेहरा हुसैन देखेंगे। सब मिलके नाम मौला हैदरी। जब आके जौन का चेहरा हुसैन देखेंगे। और कहा ये मादर अब्बास ने, सुनो गाजी, कदम कदम जमीन पे रखते ही जीतना बाजी। वहाँ ये सोच के लड़ना हुसैन देखेंगे। वहाँ ये सोच के लड़ना हुसैन देखेंगे। वहाँ ये सोच के लड़ना, मिलके पढ़ें, हुसैन। वो लौट जाएंगे वापस हिसाब से पहले। लहद में जाके सवालों जवाब से पहले। यही फरिश्तों से कहना हुसैन देखेंगे। यही फरिश्तों से कहना हुसैन देखेंगे। हाँ रोक लेना वहाँ अगर किसी में हो हिम्मत। बरोज़े हश्र भी होगी यजीद पर लानत। यजीदियत का नतीजा हुसैन देखेंगे। ज़मीन हो या ज़माना हुसैन दे। सारे मिलके नामे मौला हैदरी। और अपने पसंद का शेर पेश कर रहा हूं। वो तुमसे दूर नहीं है, बस इतना याद रखो। अरे हुसैन वाले हो आपस में इत्तेहाद रखो। करो ये सोच के झगड़ा हुसैन देखेंगे। करो ये सोच के झगड़ा हुसैन देखेंगे। वो तुमसे दूर नहीं है, बस इतना याद रखो। हुसैन वाले हो आपस में इत्तेहाद रखो। करो ये सोच के झगड़ा हुसैन देखेंगे। और मक्ता पेश कर रहा हूँ। तमाम माशाल्लाह यहाँ पे पढ़ने वाले भी बहुत हैं। आप सबकी नज़र ये मक्ता पेश कर रहा हूँ। हुसैन देखेंगे, करेंगे नाज ज़मीन और अर्श वाले सब। विला की बज़्म में ज़ीशान और करीम को जब सकीना आपके बाबा हुसैन देखेंगे। ज़मीन हो या ज़माना, मिलके पढ़े। हुसैन देख बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत। बिल्कुल वक्त की नज़ाकत को देखते हुए इसलिए तेज़ी में पढ़ रहा हूँ। जान मांगो मैं दिल नहीं दूंगा। जान मांगो मैं दिल नहीं दूंगा। दिल ठिकाना मेरे हुसैन का है। हर ज़माना मेरे हुसैन का है। बुलंदाज में हर ज़माना मेरे हुसैन का है। हर माशाल्लाह जिसकी खातिर ये कायनात बनी। जिसकी खातिर ये कायनात बनी। ऐसा नाना मेरे हुसैन का है। हर ज़माना मेरे हुसैन, हाँ हर ज़माना मेरे। और शेर देखिएगा। ये जो काबा है तुम न समझोगे। ये जो काबा है तुम न समझोगे। घर पुराना मेरे हुसैन का है। घर पुराना मेरे हुसैन का है। बुलंदाज में हर ज़मान मेरे। और रात से दिन जो ये निकलता है, रात से दिन जो ये निकलता है, मुस्कुराना, हाँ मुस्कुराना मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना मेरे। और कोई पूछे ये दौर किसका है, कोई पूछे ये दौर किसका है, अरे तुम बताना मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना। माशाल्लाह, मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना। उग रहा है जो बाद कर वो बला, उग रहा है जो बाद कर वो बला, दाना दाना मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना, मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना, मेरे हुसैन का। जब से घर में सजे हैं मेरे अलम, जब से घर में सजे हैं मेरे अलम, आना जाना, आना जाना मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना मेरे। और मातमी जब कोई नजर आए, मातमी जब कोई नजर आए, मान जाना, मान जाना मेरे हुसैन का है बुलंदाज में हर ज़माना मेरे। और रोज पढ़ता हूँ सूरह रहमान, तवज्जो चाहूँगा, रोज पढ़ता हूँ सूरह रहमान, ये तराना मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना, मेरे हुसैन का है हर ज़माना। हैदरी वो नूर जिसको हुक्म की तामील में पेश कर रहा हूँ, वो नूर जिसको शहे मशरक़ैन कहते हैं, उसी को नूरे खुदा नूरे ऐन कहते हैं। बिखर गया तो वही नूर कायनात बना, सिमट गया तो उसी को हुसैन कहते हैं। हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, मिलके पढ़ें, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हमसे फातिमा ज़हरा कर चुकी है एक वादा, हमसे फातिमा ज़हरा कर चुकी है एक वादा, अब हमारी जन्नत है, हम हुसैन वाले हैं। बुलंदाज में है हैदरी, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले। या अली की मिदहत है, या हुसैन का मातम, या अली की मिदहत है, या हुसैन का मातम, हर नफस इबादत है, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं। माशाल्लाह। हैदरी, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले। हम बताते दुनिया को, हमसे पूछती दुनिया, तो चाहूंगा, हम बताते दुनिया को, हमसे पूछती दुनिया, गम में कितनी लज़्ज़त है, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन। और खुल्क है, आखिरी शेर, खुल्क है, मुरव्वत है, इल्म फन है, हिकमत है, खुल्क है, मुरव्वत है, इल्म फन है, हिकमत है, खून में शराफत है, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, खून में शराफत है, खुल्क है, मुरव्वत है, इल्म फन है, हिकमत है, खून में शराफत है, हम हुसैन वाले हैं। बुलंदाज में, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन, हम हुसैन वाले हैं। माशाल्लाह, हम लोग हलाली हैं, मवाली हैं, मलंग हैं। क्या बात है, ये शर्फ हमें माँ की शराफत से मिला है। माशाल्लाह, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, माशाल्लाह, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं, हम हुसैन वाले हैं। बराए ताजील ज़हूर इमाम ज़माना बाज़ बुलंद सलावात।
सलवात। My dear elders, brothers and sisters, respected scholars, Assalamu alaikum. And Kushali Mubarak to you all. I've got a few announcements for you today, and then we'll be moving on to the awards ceremony. So first of all, on the 19th and 20th of February, we will be hosting a seminar titled The Mahdi. The program will be led by Sheikh Mahdi Rastani, who's coming all the way from the States to deliver this workshop for us here in Leicester. The program is £25 per person, but if you would like to purchase multiple tickets, please speak to Brother Shayan and he'll sort out some discount for you. Over the past few months, Little Angels have provided a wide range of workshops and activities for all children from newborns to the age of 15. Here is a clip of a recent event celebrating the 3 Kushalis of Rajab.
Okay, now both hands in the air. Okay, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali. Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali. Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali. He is the master born in the holy Kaaba, peak of eloquence, author of Nahjul Balagha. On the battlefield, such a brave warrior, saving Islam with his mighty Zulfiqar. من كنت مولى فهذا علي مولى، من كنت مولى فهذا علي مولى. This is how Nabi described our Haidar. Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali. Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali. Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali, Ali, Mawla, Ali. Ali.
Okay, salawat. I think credit is really well due to Little Angels, especially Sister Norin Auntie Durrani and Kiran for putting all the effort into these events. They really do go above and beyond, and as you can see from some of the videos, the turnout was about 200 plus kids. Now, LA are planning another event, and it's their next big one, which is for the 15th of Shaban, to celebrate the birth of the Imam of our time. If anyone would like to volunteer or donate, please speak to Brother Husayn Merchant in the gents or Sister Noreen Durrani in the ladies, especially from the gents side. They could really do with your help for some of these events. There are lots of boys there, and we'd really appreciate your help and support with them. Tomorrow night will be the final day for the projects auction, the Al-Aqsa painting. Please can you submit your final bids by tomorrow, and also in the program as well. Inshallah, we can try and beat Ali Asaria's bid at the moment. The final announcement for today is the well-awaited opening of the Fatima Centre will be happening this Sunday, the 18th of February. All ladies and gents are requested to attend. It should be a very good function, and hopefully I'll see you all there. Moving on to the award ceremony. So, keeping in line with the tradition set by the previous presidents, we've thought it'd be a good idea to award those members of the community, both in the ladies and in the gents, who have given us that service to all members of the community. And they don't do it for the praise, they don't do it so people recognize them, they do it purely out of the goodness of their own heart. So the first award we have in the gents is the Men's Excellence Award. And for the first time during this award, we were undecided on to give it one person. So we've decided to share the award between two, and you'll see why in a moment. Both of these two individuals are active members of the community who are always helping no matter what the time is or day, and depending on the event as well. Whether it's Jamaat Namaz or a Thursday night program, these two people will always be there. And I think we all know who they are. So they are Brother Shiraz Uncle Mauji and Murtaza Mauji. Please can we recite a salawat for them? I think we need another salawat for them. And equally as important in the ladies, there's a lady who has been serving the community for well over 25 years. She leads the Quran Khani every year in Ramzan. She has been part of the LSC on multiple occasions. And for most children in here, including myself, she was our first Quran teacher. So please let's all have another loud salawat for Farhan Tikatao. The next award we have is for the Exemplary Award. Now, this individual in the gents, he's been serving the madrasa for over 15 years, and each year on year, he's been leading the Imam Husayn blood donation. He was my first madrasa teacher from what I can remember, and that is Brother Hasnain Kareem. And same thing for the ladies. There is a sister who has always played her part in supporting the community, especially towards the seniors. And I only found this out recently. She helps the wider community of Leicester by volunteering at the hospital in her free time. And that is none other than Sister Auntie Nazneen Jarraj. Please can we have a salawat for her as well? Now we have two youth philanthropy awards, and we thought it's really important to give awards to these two people who have, in their young age, given up so much time for the community, and they really are a role model for all the young people here, including myself. The first one in the gents goes towards an individual who has really helped with AEV when it really needed it. And wherever possible, they do help out in the gents as well. And that is Brother Zain Ali Jafar. So please can we have a salawat for him? And the final one in the Ladies Youth Philanthropy Award again goes to a young lady who, like many individuals, but she has really stood out for constantly helping and being there of service, especially towards the ladies subcommittee. She's one of the first girls we see come into the mosque, and she's one of the last to leave as well. And that's Sister Sakina Asaria. So let's have a salawat for her. So in the ladies, please can I request Shabna Manti to hand out the awards, and all the winners in the gents, please can I invite Sheikh to hand out the awards to them as well. We can get a nice little picture. Salawat. Let's have another salawat. And in the meantime, please can we recite a Surah Fatiha for tonight's Majlis sponsors. And finally, salawat. And please can we invite our guest lecturer today, Sheikh Afzal Merali, to deliver tonight's lecture. Salawat.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, respected mu'mineen, mu'minat. Before we start this lecture with the barakah of Sayyid al-Shuhada, salamullahi alayhim, I would like all of us to pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant quick and complete recovery to all of our sick, especially the President of the Jamaat, Muhammad Baiwalji, with 10 times Ammal Yujibu. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء 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 أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. صلى الله على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على الفاتحة لشفاء المرضى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بفضل الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين ثم الصلاة والتم التسليم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. أما بعد فقد ورد حديث يعرفه الجميع عن سيد المرسلين أنه قال حسين مني وأنا من حسين أحب الله من أحب حسينا. Mu'mineen, to perfume our majlis and to enlighten it with the light of Sayyid al-Shuhada, please raise your voices with a loud salat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم وأهلك عدوهم. In one of the narrations, it is mentioned that Ibn Mas'ud entered the presence of our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi. Ibn Mas'ud asks the Holy Prophet, he tells him that, O Rasulullah, show me the truth, al-haqq, ayanan, I want to see it with my eyes clearly. At that, the Holy Prophet tells him, Lujil makhda, go to the next room, and over there, look at what you see, inspect. So at that, Ibn Mas'ud goes to the other room. He says, فَدَخَلْت, I entered, فَإِذَا عَلِيُّ بْنُ أَبِي طَالِبٍ سَلَامُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. I found Imam Ali salamullah alayhi, and he was in the state of salah, performing his ruku', performing his sujood with utmost khushu' and humility before Allah. And he was saying, Allahumma bihaqqi nabiyyik Muhammad illa ma ghafarta lil mudhnibina min shi'ati. That I ask you, O Allah, by the right of your Prophet Muhammad, for you to forgive the sinful of my Shia, of those who follow me. So he came out in order to tell the Holy Prophet what he just saw. But here, Ibn Mas'ud finds something else that led him to becoming perplexed, shocked. What does he find? Now he finds the Holy Prophet in the state of salah, performing his sujood, performing his ruku', and then the Holy Prophet during the state of salah, he prays, Allahumma bihaqqi aliyin waliyik. I ask you by the right of Ali, your wali. إِلَّا مَا غَفَرْتَ لِلْمُذْنِبِينَ مِنْ أُمَّتِي. I ask you to forgive by the right of Ali, your wali, those of my ummah, of my nation who are sinful. At that, Ibn Mas'ud says, فَأَخَذَنِيَ الْهَلَعُ. I was shocked by this, fearful. Fearful for what? Because what he had initially understood from this, he was kind of perceiving a type of, well, he had a misunderstanding. It was a kind of kufr to him. Why? Because in his mind, it is only permissible for a person to do tawassul with who is better than him. So if the Holy Prophet is doing tawassul, how can this be? He is the best of creation. How can he be doing tawassul with somebody else? What is this saying? So here Ibn Mas'ud is kind of shocked. He doesn't know in terms of aqa'id, how does this translate? At that, as the Holy Prophet felt he recited, he finished his salah in a summarized way, in a shortened format. And then he tells him, Ya Ibn Mas'ud, akufran ba'da al-iman? Are you disbelieving after having been a mu'min? What's going on? So tight. At that, Ibn Mas'ud says, La wa aishika ya Rasulullah. I swear by your life, O Rasulullah. No, it's not that. But I went to the room, I saw Ali ibn Abi Talib, salamullah alayhi, asking Allah by your right, by your rank and your position. وَنَظَرْتُ إِلَيْهِ وَأَنْتَ تَسْأَلُ اللَّهِ بِجَاهِهِ. But when I came to you, I find that you are asking with his right. فَلَا أَعْلَمْ أَيُّكُمَا أَوْجَهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. Now I don't know who amongst you has a higher rank before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what got me. Bichara wa mainda. At that, the Holy Prophet tells him that, Ya Ibn Mas'ud, Inna Allah ta'ala khalaqani wa khalaqa aliyan wal Hasan wal Husayn min nuri qudsih. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created me, and he created Ali, and he created Al-Hasan and Al-Husayn from the light of his sanctity, Nur al-Quds. Then, فَلَمَّا أَرَادَ أَن يُنْشِئَ خَلْقَهُ فَتَقَ نُورِي. When he wanted to create creation, he split my light. He split this light. my light specifically, that dimension of this unified light, that dimension that was, let's say, that was related to me as Muhammad, as the reality of Muhammad. And he created from my light, he created as-samawat wal-ard, the skies and the heavens. And I, by Allah's right, am higher. I am better than the earths and the skies. I am better than them. فلما أراد وفتق نور علي وخلق منه العرش والكرسي. And then he split the light of Ali and he created from that two other creations, the throne and the chair. Now these are metaphysical realities. Allah is not sitting on the throne or the chair. And these are not a part of Allah for it to, God forbid, to become kufr. No, these are realities, these are creations, albeit they are creations of the higher realms. And they can only be created from something which is as sublime as the light of Ali bin Abi Talib salamullah alayhi. So they were created from the light of Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayhi. And then he says, وَعَلِيٌّ وَاللَّهِ أَجَلُّ مِنَ الْعَرْشِ وَالْكُرْسِي. Ali is more sublime than these two creations. وَفَتَقَ نُورَ الْحَسَنِ وَخَلَقَ مِنْهُ الْحُورَ الْعِينَ وَالْمَلَائِكَةِ. And then he split the light of Imam al-Hasan salamullah alayhi, and he created from it the Hur al-Ain, and also he created from it the angels. And al-Hasan is better than these two. Then وَفَتَقَ نُورَ الْحُسَيْنِ. And then he split the light of al-Husayn, and he created from it al-lawha wal-qalam, the metaphysical reality of the tablet, and not this tablet, another tablet. And secondly, he created from it the pen, the reality of the pen that writes the qada of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the decree, the divine decree of what is to come, what is to pass. And after that, فَعِنْدَ ذَلِكَ أَظْلَمَتِ الْمَشَارِقُ وَالْمَغَارِبُ. Now you may ask, where's Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha? Correct? At that, the east and the west became dark. Now, of course, we're not talking about the earth's east and the west, of the higher realm we're talking. With that, the malaika, they started to complain to Allah, or to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were crying, they were seeking Allah's help. They said that, "Oh Allah, ilahana wa sayyidina, we ask you, O our master, O our God, بِحَقِّ هَذِهِ الْأَشْبَاحِ الَّتِي خَلَقْتَهَا." We ask you, by the right of these spirits that you have created, إِلَّا مَا فَرَّجْتَ عَنَّا هَذِهِ الظُّلْمَةِ, will you not avail us from this darkness? So at that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Holy Prophet says, فَعِنْدَ ذَلِكَ تَكَلَّمَ اللَّهِ بِكَلِمَةٍ. Allah spoke a word. Allah spoke a kun. Now this in advanced philosophy, when we talk about the actions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the action of Allah has always just been one. The kun has only been said once, because Allah doesn't need to say twice or thrice for something to be. It's actually the manifestation, the gradual creation of creation in these realms, because they are bound by time or they are bound by other limitations, they come gradually. But Allah only said once. Anyway, so this gradual realization that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke a word, and فَخَلَقَ مِنْهَا رُوحًا, and He created a spirit from it. فَاحْتَمَلَ النُّورُ الرُّوحَ, and that this nur, it bore that spirit as well, that original ruh, that nur, sorry, the Holy Prophet. It bore also that spirit now, as if they became one. فَخَلَقَ مِنْهُ الزَّهْرَاء فَاطِمَةً. From it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Fatima Zahra. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. فَأَقَامَهَا أَمَامَ الْعَرْشِ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought her to the front, before the arsh. And with that, فَأَزْهَرَتِ الْمَشَارِقُ وَالْمَغَارِبُ. The east and the west of those higher realms, they became enlightened with the light of Sayyidah Fatima salamullah alayha. Another large salawat. Now here, it is important for us to see that the Holy Prophet was talking about the creation, the initial inception of this divine light of Ashab al-Kisa, and especially he whose birth anniversary we commemorate today, Imam al-Husayn salamullah alayhi. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. From this we can understand now, Husaynun minni wa ana min Husayn, that I am from Husayn, not just that he is my grandson, my maternal grandson, my scion as they say in English. No, the light is the same. It is from the same nature. The creation of Sayyid al-Shuhada, it is from that very same nature of the creation of the Holy Prophet. It's from that spirit. It is not just a normal soul. Their maqam, their ranks are far higher than this. And it is actually through these types of a hadith that talk about wilaya that a person can come to fathom, can come to understand the rank of these people. With that, whoever loves Sayyid al-Shuhada, the purity of Sayyid al-Shuhada, the love that Sayyid al-Shuhada had for the Holy Prophet, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the extent that the Imam salamullah alayhi says, that what, oh my God, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I have made my family orphans in order to meet you. I am ready to leave everything for you. If we were to look at the philosophy of Sayyid al-Shuhada, salamullah alayhi, first of all, we have to look at the birth in the dunyawi terms now. We looked at the heavenly manifestation of this birth, of this inception, of this creation. Let us look at the dunyawi itself. Of course, Sayyid al-Shuhada, salamullah alayhi, according to our narrations, there are more than one opinion amongst our ulama that which year was the Imam salamullah alayhi born in. Some actually differ and they say that the Imam alayhi salam was born in the 3rd year after Hijrah. The famous opinion is actually that the Imam alayhi salam was born in the 4th year after Hijrah. Our Imam salamullah alayhi, again there is a difference of opinion in terms of the day that he was born in. The more famous opinion is the 3rd of Sha'ban that we commemorate today. But there are other ulama amongst our mu'arrikhin, amongst our early scholars who believe that he was born on the 5th as well. In terms of the name, here historically, if we were to refer to the narrations, there are some narrations that mention that Imam Ali salamullah alayhi wanted to call Imam al-Husayn Harb. Upon further scrutiny, it is possible to judge and to rule that this narration is actually amongst the fabricated and weak narrations. On the one hand, the name Harb itself, war, it isn't a name that is befitting for Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam to call their children. And on the other hand as well, the Imam alayhi salam's spirit was never that he would give a name to Sayyid al-Shuhada before the Holy Prophet himself. And this is something that can be found in the narrations. At that, when he was born, there is actually a lot of narrations that talk about this special birth of Sayyid al-Shuhada. Whether it is the visit of the Malaika to him, whether there are certain narrations that talk about an angel that was restored to the rank, either amongst the Muqarrabeen, the carriers of the throne, or another angel, and what the mishap that this angel actually had. Now, philosophically, it's not possible to actually conform this with the narrations, because an angel at that level cannot go against the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At that, there is no need to further mention, to go into that. In all cases, the visit of the angels in general, keeping aside this angel about whose story maybe of tawassul, but the angels themselves, they came to congratulate the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi on this blessed birth. Amongst our narrations, we have the mention of the fact that Jibreel salamullah alaihi, when he descended, of course, he informed the Holy Prophet of what was going to happen to the Imam alayhi salam and how he was going to be murdered and how he was going to be killed. And at that, it is recorded amongst the Shias and the Sunnis that the Holy Prophet actually wept for Sayyid al-Shuhada from the day that he was born. From that very day. From that very day, he wept for him. According to our narrations, when the Imam alayhi salam was born, the Prophet came to Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha after the birth, and he asked for his grandson. Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha gave the Holy Prophet Imam al-Husayn salamullah alayhi. According to our belief, according to aqaid, or especially many of our narrations and the famous and the stronger opinion amongst our scholars, an Imam is born pure. An Imam salamullah alayhi is born pure from all aspects of impurity. With that, the Imam alayhi salam was born pure, and the Holy Prophet was the one who actually named him, who named Sayyid al-Shuhada. When he was asking what name should I give, he first of all asked Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, that what name are you going to have you given to my sons? He says, my sons. The Imam alayhi salam says, I wouldn't give them any name before you, Ya Rasulullah. And the Holy Prophet says, I wouldn't do so before Allah. At that, Jibreel alayhi salam came. And of course, the famous narration that all of you know, that he told them, name these two, name your children or your sons. This was most probably maybe at the time of Imam al-Hasan, and again maybe Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam. It's mentioned twice. That give him the names of the children of Nabi Harun salamullah alayhi. Shubbar and Shabir or Shabbir. We, in our phonetic corruption, we say Shabbar. It's actually Shubbar. So, at that, he tells Jibreel alayhi salam that, of course, these names are not Arabic. You have to give me Arabic names. Interestingly enough, unfortunately, sometimes I go about some Shia communities, I find that there is a new craze that, the names that we have of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam have become a bit old. We should kind of look for some new names. We should kind of, have to be a bit stylistic here or there. Correct? Let's see. Interestingly, if we were to go to the narrations, we find that it is mentioned that the best of names to give to children, ma'ubida bihillah. That is to say, those that show the servitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Abdullah, Abdul Ala, ila akhirih. All of these that have abd in them. And also the names of Ahlul Bayt salamullahi alayhim. Now here, after the Imam alayhi salam, of course, is given these names, Al-Hasan al-Husayn, we also find that the Holy Prophet did all of the mustahabbat that are related. These can be referred to in the books. With respect to the seerah of the Holy Prophet, of Imam al-Husayn salamullahi alayhi, interesting that our respected scholars, they find the amount of narrations that talk about the early life of Ashab al-Kisa or the Imams alayhim salam during the time of the Holy Prophet, and then after the Holy Prophet but before the Khilafah of Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayhi, there is a huge gap. There is a huge gap. In the very beginning, we find a lot that is mentioned over there. You even find in the Holy Quran, referred to so many surahs. Correct? The verse of Mubahala, you find the Surah Al-Insan, Ayat Al-Tathir, etc. You find there is a lot mentioned in the Holy Quran, and also at that time, that the Holy Prophet, whenever Al-Hasan al-Husayn salamullah alayhima, they would go to the mosque, and the Holy Prophet, even if he's giving a khutbah, or sometimes on the minbar, he comes down for these two, for the Imams alayhim salam. What does this say? The Holy Prophet himself is quoted to have said that my love for Al-Hasan al-Husayn is so much that it has stopped me from being able to love anybody else as much. To the extent that he would say, and I saw this narration, that I want to split my age and my life with them. Today in our expressions, Mari Umar tane lagi jai, don't we say that? This is the Holy Prophet saying that, Mari Umar abe ne lagi jai. To that extent, that the Holy Prophet, even if he was in Salat al-Jama'ah, he's in sujood, the Holy Prophet wouldn't remove his head. He wouldn't come out of it so that they don't fall. In one of the really interesting narrations in a research paper that I read once, talking about the early childhood of the two Imams, we find that the Holy Prophet, the way that he was raising these two Imams was using utmost love, but at the same time guiding them towards certain skills. One of the things is that in our narrations it's mentioned that encourage your youngsters, your sons at a young age to wrestle so that they become strong. In one of the narrations it's mentioned that the Holy Prophet is sitting and he is encouraging Imam al-Hassan to wrestle with Imam al-Husayn. And they're wrestling. So he's cheering for Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam. At that Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha comes and she sees the Holy Prophet cheering, Yalla ya Hassan, go. So she tells him that, oh father, are you encouraging the elder and cheering for him to overcome the young one? The Prophet responds, he tells her that don't worry, there are angels who are cheering al-Husayn as well. This was the household in which Sayyid al-Shuhada was brought up. After the martyrdom of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi, there is one very, very interesting fact or element in the life of Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam. If we want to see the hurt, the pain that was in the life and the heart of Sayyid al-Shuhada up until later on in life, you have to notice the element of usurping the rights of Ahlul Bayt and how this matter carried on with him from his early life. He was born in the 4th year. The Holy Prophet passes away in the 10th year after Hijrah. So he's approximately 6 years old. From the very beginning, Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayh, his right is usurped. He is made to go back. In the very beginning, the Imam alayhi salam there is an attempt to force him to pay bay'ah. Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha, she's attacked and she's severely and fatally injured. Her right of fadak is usurped. Her inheritance from the Holy Prophet is usurped. The Ashab al-Kisa who remain, other than the Holy Prophet, they go around to the houses of Al-Ansar and the Muhajirin with Imam Ali taking them in order what? To try to bring these people back to their senses. That in Ghadir you paid allegiance to me and now you're taking away my right. Fadak belongs to me, Sayyidah Zahra. We go after the martyrdom of Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha, this period of approximately 20 years in which Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayhi, the prime of his years, right? From his 20s up until approximately 40s, something like that. 40s, early 50s. Imam alayhi salam is sitting at home. Or rather, he is being left aside, kept aside. His opinion is not being taken. The same was being done to who? To Imam al-Hasan al-Husayn. Imam Husayn alayhi salam's heart is a heart of spirit. It's a heart of passion and burning. According to one of the narrations, when he was just 9 years old, Imam salamullah alayhi, he goes to the mosque, Imam al-Husayn. In the mosque, he sees the second Khalifa on the minbar giving a khutbah. Interestingly enough, if you were to compare the knowledge that we have received from Amir al-Mu'mineen sallallahu alayhi, one khutbah from Amir al-Mu'mineen, there is nothing the like of it, even one of the short khutbahs from any of the other companions, let alone the khulafa. This in itself should be something that makes a person scratch his head and think. So this person is the second Khalifa, is giving a khutbah. Imam al-Husayn, and he's on the member. Imam al-Husayn comes on the member. And in protest, he tells him, come down from my father's member and go to your father's member. Imagine 9-year-old Sayyid al-Shuhada, 9-year-old, coming and saying this with yaqeen, with knowledge, and with the spirit. Now, because of the fact that the Imam al-Hassan al-Husayn, salamullah alayhim, they had such a rank, even in the eyes of the people at that time, because they remember how the Holy Prophet would treat these two, it was not possible for him to demean him or to scold him or to speak with him in a rude way. He just said, but my father didn't have a member. And then, but later on, he did complain to Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Jo man al-Husayn sukari di man kidna boilo manson nisame. Imam al-Hassan, Imam Ali salamullah alayhi, he didn't say anything. He didn't reprimand or scold Sayyid al-Shuhada for doing so. Rather, he accepted that what he did was true, correct. But this hurt, this pain, it remained in the heart of Sayyid al-Shuhada. Fast forward a little bit. During the time of Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayhi, now the general field now, it is open in front of al-Hassan al-Husayn salamullah alayhi. So they were always in front, helping Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayhi in all of the missions, in the battles, or remaining in Kufa. They also relocated with their families from Medina to Al-Kufa. And over there, they were constantly supporting the Imam. Even before certain battles, they were rallying in speeches, khutbahs, the people, the Muslims, in order to go to battle with Muawiyah. But this lagging of the people, when Imam Ali alayhi salam is calling them to come and defend Islam, this remained in his memory as well. Then after that, when Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, he is martyred. Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam's period in Khilafah was just a few months. He also saw and he remembered now another pain. Imam al-Hassan is forced, due to lack of support and due to the plotting of Muawiyah, to come to the truce with Muawiyah. Again, the Khilafah is taken. The right is taken from the people of the right. Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam, again, he is also, Imam knows, Imam al-Husayn knows, it's Muawiyah who actually came up with this plot for Imam al-Hassan to be poisoned by Ja'da. Again, this pain. Imagine now, all of this has been in the memory, in the heart of Sayyid al-Shuhada. So when you come and you see the event of Karbala and the fact that the Imam alayhi salam had to come out and uprise, this was all building up. This is the context of history. This is the context of what he had been through. Even though, if you look at the chronology of what came before that, you find that in this period the ayah of Tathir is revealed. In this year, for example, the verse of Mubahila is revealed. Surah Al-Insan is revealed, etc., etc. These people aren't accepting. This was what Sayyid al-Shuhada had to go through. But there is one thing that I find, the sacrifice of Sayyid al-Shuhada salamullah alayhi, amongst all of the Imams, we do have a hadith that La yawmaka yawmika ya Aba Abdullah. Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam, on his deathbed, he told the Imam al-Husayn, there is no day that will be like your day, O Aba Abdullah. Due to the sheer grandeur of this sacrifice, you can come to understand that Allah has given a very special karama to Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam. If you look at the flocking of people and all of the muhibbeen of Ahl al-Bayt alayhi salam to go to ziyarah and the different periods of ziyarah today, even right now, on the 3rd of Sha'ban, go and find, alhamdulillah, So many mu'mineen there. In Ashura, even more. Arba'in, even more. And not only from the Muslims or Shia Ithna Ashari. Go and find from all different denominations and sects, non-Muslims as well. Archbishops, this and that. The miracles that you find that are mentioned with respect to Sayyid al-Shuhada, I find that when I contemplate over this, this cannot be except due to the sheer grandeur of the sacrifice of Sayyid al-Shuhada. When a person has hajat, we ask from all of the Imams alayhim salam, all of them are Bab al-Hawa'ij. Sayyid al-Shuhada salamullah alayhi also amongst them has a very special rank. And with that, go. Read up a little bit, especially our youngsters. Go and read upon these stories of karamat and blessings and miracles that happen for people who recite Ziyarat Ashura, especially for 40 days. Go and find this. People who go, for example, with special hajat. Amongst just one of the miracles that I remember right now is actually about the life of al-marhum Sayyid Marash al-Najafi, rahmatullahi alayh. Sayyid al-Marash al-Najafi was one of our maraja'. He is the founder of Al-Maktab al-Marashiyah, the library, the very, very precious library that is in Qum today that has gathered so many manuscripts of books. Mu'mineen, do you think that the Shia books that we have inherited today are these that have been printed right now? That there is nothing else? This is maybe just 30 or 40% of the actual books that we have. The remaining are actually being right now revised and studied and then printed slowly, slowly. It's actually due to lack of funding. You go to these grand libraries, you find them. Sayyid al-Marashi used to suffer from OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, in his early age in the Hawza, whereby he couldn't have husn al-dhan, a good kind of impression about anybody. Even if an imam would be praying salah, Sayyid al-Marashi he had this disorder that he couldn't bring himself to accept that this Imam Jama'ah is adil. To that extent. And it had affected his studies, his social relations, family relations, everything. Until he went to the shrine of Sayyid al-Shuhada once, and he asked Sayyid al-Shuhada to grant him a cure, to cure him from the state. And over there, he actually had a vision. He had a kashf, and Imam Husayn salamullah alayhi cured him from that. He later on became one of the grandest urafa. If you go and read about the life of Sayyid al-Marashi al-Najafi, he's one of the people to have met the Imam of our time, Ajjallah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif, many times. With that, I would like to come and end with one point which is extremely important and for us to actually think about. Today, in the name of Sayyid al-Shuhada, alhamdulillah, this is an initiative that started with the Shia community in the UK, the initiative of who is Husayn. Correct? Who is Husayn? If we were to go and look at this phenomenon from a strategic historical perspective and take the initiatives of other religions and communities in their missionary activities, there are different approaches that have been taken, and there are different approaches that are possible. With respect to the Christian faith and the Catholic Church, for example, you find that building schools and hospitals was one way in which they became successful, especially, for example, in East Africa, those of us who come from East Africa, whereby through the schools, through giving them services, through giving them jobs, slowly, then they would build churches. Not like us that we build a mosque first and then we think about other amenities, other facilities. No, over there, the church would come later. Then after they have a number of followers, they build the church. Why? Because these people have felt they have become benefactors of these initiatives. Let us come to our side of things. In Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I'm specifically referring to the phenomenon of da'wah, and I'm talking about this from a Shia side of view, from a Shia side. from the general Islamic outlook, if you were to see, our brothers, the Ahl Sunnah, are far ahead of us. They're doing an excellent job. They have, alhamdulillah, created, in terms of dialogue and debate, quite a number of figures who have studied and who go out debate, go in Hyde Park, Speaker's Corners, other places, social media work, events and whatnot, discussions. You find that there are a lot of thinkers amongst them who have been very successful, and the phenomenon of accepting Islam amongst that side is extremely, mashallah, well documented and also very healthy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal maw'izati al hasana." That call to the path of your Lord with wisdom and with good speech. Again, this good speech, it can be there can be many different interpretations or examples of it. Just one of them is what? Actually, to have debates and dialogue. On the one hand, this is very important, and I find that we as Shias, and I would start with, unfortunately, people like my humble self, a small talib ilm, that we need to do more on this front. That we need to actually be there and to engage and to debate. If you look at the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, even the life of Sayyid al-Shuhada, and look at the sheer amount of debates that these people had, it's something that is mind-boggling. And one thing that an imam has is an imam is never defeated in a debate, never. Because the source of his knowledge is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the imam needs an answer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala immediately inspires him the answer. Immediately. And this is how they also trained Mu'min al-Taq, Hisham ibn al-Hakam, and others. Today, in the Arabic side of the world, in Farsi, mashallah, there are scholars doing this. We have, as a community, on the one hand, to think about sending people who go to the Hawza, because now I'm talking specifically about the Khoja community, we are a very consuming community. We do not take the initiatives very much. I'm not talking about on a general global level. I'm talking about as community levels. We need to think that in each generation, we at least need to have 4 to 5 people who go to the Hawza, who study, specialize in a certain field, and then come back and serve and continue their development. Sometimes it's even possible to do so through distance learning. And I'm not even saying that you don't do anything dunyawi related, academic or whatever, go to the university. No, finish this and then go as well. And let go through such a specialization that would allow you to have time for your Hawza studies, and at the same time later on when you return to juggle between them, right? Whereby 2 or 3 days you do this, 2 or 3 days you do that, locum, whatever. There's a lot of flexibility in the market today. Who is Husayn is another type of initiative, whereby that act, the kindness, the helping of people, the indiscriminate helping of people, right? We don't look at the religion, the color of the skin, the ethnicity, where a person is from. We give in the love of Sayyid al-Shuhada. If you look at the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, how much they would help people from all faiths without even asking. Amir al-Mu'minin sallallahu alayhi is sitting in Kufa. He sees an elderly person asking and begging. When he sees the people, his counselors, he asked them, what's going on? Why is this elderly man begging? Some of them, they told him, this is a Jewish person. Imam becomes angry. He looks at them. Ista'maltumuhu shabban. That you used him and you used his services when he was a youth, and now you throw him away. Imam alayhi salam, he ordered for him to be given a stipend from the treasury, the Muslim treasury, from Bayt al-Mal, universal credit from him. So with that, we find that the giving of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, it was to all people. This in itself is something that needs to increase more, and not only in giving some handouts, some temporary handouts. No. It has to be more strategic, especially with respect to our dear brothers and sisters working within this organization, and those who, inshallah, the younger generation hopefully will join as well, even the elders. We need to think about how we can sometimes permanently help people, the homeless, for example. Instead of giving them just a sandwich, no, let us work with other charities, let us work with other government apparatus that we can bring them out of the streets. And this is just one thing, so that everybody can ask later on, who is Husayn? What was his message? What religion did he follow? This kindness, where does it come from? Similarly to what we find today, that this, the sheer character, the principles of the people of Palestine today, and I'm following this, and I'm following this up, I'm observing this, their patience, at the same time, their kindness to each other, their resilience, their faith in Allah, they're accepting Allah's decree, however it is. It is to such an extent that it has touched the hearts of so many people. Today, so many people outside in the world, they only need that touch. You see, Sayyid al-Shuhada, this grand sacrifice is such that if it touches a heart, it will change the heart. And there have been so many cases of this. So many cases, whether a person is Hindu, and you know of this more than me, whether a person is a Christian, etc. There's so many stories in our lives and even before that, even in previous centuries and whatnot. You just need to go to the books to see the documentation. There are the people in general, the majority of people have good hearts. If they are touched in the name of Sayyid al-Shuhada, this is one of the fastest paths to accepting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's tawheed and usul al-deen. When one of the Imams is asked that, "Oh Imam," if I'm not mistaken, Imam as-Sadiq salamullah alayhi, when he's asked that, "Oh Imam alayhi salam, you say Safinatun Najat for Sayyid al-Shuhada. Are you not all Safinatun Najat, the arks of salvation? Is it only Imam Hussain? Is it all of you?" The Imam says, "Yes, we are all the arks of salvation. But the ark of Sayyid al-Shuhada is faster in the storms of the sea." May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those people who, even though we were not there with Sayyid al-Shuhada in order to sacrifice what we have for him in his path, but may our intentions be as pure that our Imam alayhi salam accepts us amongst them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasten the reappearance of our 12th Imam, Ajallah ta'ala farajahu sharif, so that we can be amongst those who give themselves in the way of the Imam alayhi salam. May Allah forgive our sins, elevate our status, forgive our marhumeen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of our marhumeen with the beautiful recitations and with the lights of Sayyid al-Shuhada that we have been blessed with today, along with the thawab of Surah al-Mubarakat al-Fatiha, with a lot salat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
इलाही बीमार दाश्ते बला जो बीमार हो जल्द पावे शफा इलाही बराए इमाम ज़मान हमें हौल माशास दे तू अमान क़यामत को माशूर रग़बाली उठे कब्र से कह के हम या अली है पांचवा नाम مل 14 تن احمد و علی زهرا و حسن شبیر سله تا امام زمان شبیر سله تا امام زمان ایک ایک پہ صدا صلوات پڑھو صلوات صلوات کے اس پہ نثار گوہر جو نبی بلند در صفات ہوئے صلوات صلوات و سلام یا امام زمان فرما ظهور یا امام زمان صلوات السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوسيين السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا مولى وابن مولى السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء السلام عليك يا معين الضعفاء والفقراء السلطان أبا الحسن علي بن موسى الرضا كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء وفقنا الله لزيارتك يا مولاي وارزقنا الله شفاعتك في الدنيا والآخرة السلام عليك وعلى أختك فاطمة المعصومة جميع ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب العصر والزمان سيدي الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان من شر الزمان السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان السلام عليك يا إمامنا وإمام الإنس والجان عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسحل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه ساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا الله سورة المباركة الفاتحة